everyone. So today I'm here to share my experience while visiting the Francois Bobby House in downtown Windsor. So I visited the site on 15 July 2025, and this presentation reflects what I saw, learned, and felt over there. As someone interested in the Canadian history, this trip was both meaningful and an eye-opener. So let's discuss about the history of the Francois Bobby House. The Francois Bobby House was built in 1812 by Francois Bobby, a member of a wealthy French-Canadian family. This house has witnessed key moments in the Canadian history. During the War of 1812, it served as a British military headquarters and was even temporarily taken up by the American forces. After the war, it returned to private use and eventually became a museum. It was also declared as a historic site in 1950, and today it's a part of Museum Windsor, offering exhibits and educational programs to the public. So let's explore about the artifacts and the exhibits inside the Bobby House. So inside the house, I found a range of fascinating artifacts from the 18th and the 19th centuries. These included military uniforms, weapons, and personal items from the Bobby family. One thing that stood out was how well the rooms were preserved. They show that what life was like in the 1800s, from letters to maps to dishes and furniture. Every object kept over there tells a story about Windsor's early settlers and the French Canadian culture. So now I'll discuss about a very special artifact that I saw over there was War of 1812 military uniform. It's made from thick red wool with gold buttons and a beautiful trim. The uniform belonged to a British officer stationed in the area and symbolizes how serious the conflict was during that time, during that tense time. Seeing it up close behind me, imagine the life of the soldiers and made the history feel very personal. It's carefully preserved in a glass case and is a powerful reminder of Canada's military past. So now we'll discuss about the role of the Bobby House in the community. The Francois Bobby House isn't just a museum, but it also plays an active role in the community. It preserves stories about early settlers, indigenous people, and military history as well. It hosts school field trips, community events, and also the educational programs that connect people to their heritage. It also reminds us how peaceful the relationship between Canada and the US has been, from enemies to friends, since the war, thus promoting understanding through history. Here are a few reasons that why I chose this event. I chose to visit this site because of my passion for Canadian history, after all. And moreover, this house, once home to the Francois Bobby, a fur trader and a politician, offers a direct look to the colonial roots and the legacy of War of 1812. It's one of the Windsor's oldest buildings and a powerful symbol how the past shaped the present. So the visit was self-guided and each room was filled with carefully arranged artifacts. It truly felt like stepping back in time. The serious atmosphere over there helped me reflect on the past. I saw letters, maps, weapons, and many more things over there. The museum did a great job bringing history to life in an intimate way. So there were a lot of things which I learned over there. While some things were my favorite, on the other hand, some were my least favorite. I learned a lot about Windsor's military history over there and the Bobby family's role. My favorite part was being seeing the original artifacts. They made everything feel real. But on the other hand, my least favorite part was that some rooms had too much to read and very less interaction. But overall, it was a rich and an educational experience. I was surprised by how well everything was preserved and how many military items were still intact. On the other hand, I also became curious about how the Bobby family's daily routine would have been during that time. The museum felt personal and unique, very different from the other larger institutions. So now here arises the question, will I go over there again? Yes, I would definitely attend another place like this. And it helped me see how just deep and diverse the Canadian history is. The visit changed the way I used to think about the Canadian roots and the importance of preserving the stories from the past. It made me more proud to be a country that values its heritage. Now let's talk about the binational heritage peace garden trail. It symbolizes peace between Canada and the US, reminding us of the transformation from enemies to neighbors. Standing there was a peaceful way to end the visit and reflect on how far we have come since the War of 1812. So finally, here comes the summary. To summarize, my visit to Francois Bobby House gave me a deeper understanding of the Canadian history. From military uniforms to the personal artifacts, every detail helped me connect with the past. I now appreciate the efforts to preserve our heritage and feel inspired to keep exploring our nation's rich history. Thank you so much.